Good morning and welcome to Show and Tell with BTL. I'm Andrew, and this morning we have Kip with us today. How you doing, sir?
Hi, I'm great.
Good. What's going on?
Well, you know, I just wanted to do the opening with you, so here we are. I don't think we've ever done the opening together, have we?
Maybe we'll create a new comedy team.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Who knows?
It will be.
We'll see. So,
well, today's a important episode for me. As you know, Mike Vojticek is coming on to talk about his tenure at the Braun Center for 34 years.
unbelievable.
And all the amazing things that Mike has been a part of, in the building with the Havoc, with the symphony, with the ballet, with, concerts and everything that he has done there at the VBC. We certainly, BTL, would not be here today without all of his support and partnership of the Braun Center and DJ Promotions. And it's going to be such a really cool honor. I'm not going to roast him or anything or make fun. I want to celebrate him.
Yep.
I mean, someone who shows up and is there and covers your butt and then is there for you every day for 34 years, that's somebody who's pretty darn important. You know?
And always has a smile on his face, which is great. I mean, I'm going to miss the guy, and I don't have the history that you do, but I'm like, no, you can't retire.
Well, it always helps with Mike when he's got a rum drink or something in his hand, and that makes it better.
Yes, he likes his rum.
I know that right now he's probably enjoying a lot of those, so that's going to be great. Let's see, what else is going on this week?
Well, there's a parade.
Oh, that's tomorrow, right?
Yes.
The 11th. Veterans Day Parade.
Yes.
Biggest in Huntsville. I mean,
know.
it just goes on and on and on. I mean, Huntsville, we are very proud of what we do and contribute to the military, to space and science and everything, and that's very, very cool. I know we'll be probably stepping outside and watching the parade ourselves.
I hope so. I've never seen it, and I mean, who doesn't love a parade? We might break into songs from Hello Dolly.
Okay, sounds great. So I look forward to seeing what costume you show up in.
Yes,
okay.
I know, me too. A little scary.
But also at BTL, we've got a couple great shows coming up very, very soon. May I introduce the first one?
Yes, please.
Oh my goodness. We had the very distinct pleasure a couple seasons ago of welcoming Mr. Richard Thomas in To Kill a Mockingbird. And he just, everybody in town loved seeing him as Atticus Finch.
Yes.
But up next, he will be...
And Mark Twain tonight.
Yes.
He will be playing Mark Twain for the first time ever, besides Hal Holbrook. Hal Holbrook wrote the show.
Yes.
And he's the only one that's ever performed it until now.
He performed it for nearly 60 years.
Ah.
He started, I think Hal started, it was the early 60s.
Wow.
And I know that the last time he was here testing the memory, 2008, Hal Holbrook was here. Dixie Carter was not with him.
Okay.
But I had the distinct pleasure in 01 and 08 to get to meet and see him perform his comic satire as Mark Twain, and it's truly brilliant and genius.
And he's like the Yul Brynner of Mark Twain.
That's a great example, yes. And then, of course, right after that, okay, come on, just let it out.
We got Shucked, the musical about corn.
I'm sorry, about what?
Corn.
And
I
more
don't remember
corn.
having any corn. That's another story. Never mind. Carol Channing. Just Google it.
Yeah, we'll save that for your roast, right?
Yeah. But no, Shucked is so good.
He almost broke the glass.
We went on a little BTL field trip. Went to Nashville and saw it, and we're basically seeing the same cast. Because I'm pretty sure almost all of the, at least principal characters, are the same since we saw it last year. And Mickey, who plays Lulu, I'm so excited because she's also going to be singing her big song a little bit here and there around town. So
Which is?
Independently owned.
Independently owned. My goodness. Are you independently owned?
Yes.
Okay.
Indeed.
Yes, absolutely. I'll say that too.
But Shucked is great because it's so funny. And it's just joke, but then it's got this heart to it, and you just get to know these characters, and they become your friends.
I truly, and you're right. It is all about life in a small town, and one of my favorite characters is Miss Maisie.
Yes.
And the most important thing to this little town is it's corn.
It's corn.
And what do you do if your corn gets sick?
Oh.
You got to find a corn doctor, right?
Oh boy. Yep.
Oh dear.
That's when the shenanigans begin.
Oh, and do they ever?
Yes.
I mean, it keeps you laughing from beginning to end, doesn't it?
It does.
Yes.
It does. I actually liked it way more than I thought I would.
Oh.
Because I like the deep,
Did I convert you?
depressing stuff usually. But yeah, it's so clever.
Well, I'll tell you what, coming up next, we've got Mr. Mike Vojticek, the former assistant director of the Von Braun Center, and we'll be back in just a minute.
Star 99.1.
Get your tickets now at havoctix.com.
We're here to tell you a fable.
A farm to fable.
That fable is Shucked, the musical. It's all about a boy, a girl, and corn. Yes, corn. There's some right now. And this girl, she goes to, oh, there's some more corn. She goes to Tampa to, more corn right there. And there, and there. She goes, for some reason, wow, look at that corn go. Playing the Von Braun Center December 16th through 21st. Tickets at BroadwayTheaterLeague.org.
Rocket 95.1.
This is your view of the musical Shucked if you wait too long to buy your tickets. Buy early, see more Shucked. Playing the Von Braun Center December 16th through 21st. Tickets at BroadwayTheaterLeague.org.
Welcome back to Show and Tell with BTL. I have the distinct pleasure today of welcoming a very special guest. This here is Mr. Mike Vojticek, the Assistant Director of the Von Braun Center. Now, wait a minute. This actually airs on November 10th.
So I was the assistant director of the Von Braun Center.
Yes, and you're no longer here.
I'm not.
You're in the Caribbean, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
So this is going to be his life in the future.
That's right.
But
and I wouldn't be wearing this. I wouldn't worry about wearing a jacket or long pants either. I'd have shorts and flip-flops on.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and there'd be probably a painkiller in your hand, right?
Absolutely.
So, but today all we have is water. You know,
Way to start.
Do we need to get you like a rum subscription, some pussers? What do we need to get
I
you?
think that would be perfect.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll
okay.
take that.
Everybody out there in the world, Mike needs rum. Send it to him.
Or Carib beer.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you
Yeah.
go. But anyway, let's go back in time. Since we're going to air this in the future,
Okay.
let's go back in time.
right.
And it's 1991.
Yes.
What was happening?
I was working for a CPA firm, a local CPA firm, and I got a call from our then one of our then board members, Wayne Bonner, and said, "Hey, we're looking for a new CFO. Are you interested in changing careers?" And I said, "Absolutely. It sounds like much more fun to work in the entertainment industry than to do taxes the rest of my life." So,
Boy, that was a mouthful right there,
I
wasn't
did.
it?
And so I
you're
applied, and at 30 years old, got the job. And that's been 34 and a half years ago.
All right, well, that's a big part of why we're together today, because we're going to reflect back on these 34 years. And so you held the same position that the entire time that you were there, right? No, you became assistant director.
I became assistant director.
Yes.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
I don't really know. Someone asked me that question recently. It's been so long ago that I couldn't actually tell you. But at some point, I transitioned to taking over the entertainment bookings, sales and marketing, and some other things that were non-finance and accounting related.
Well, I know that when you and I both started, which you started in 91, I was 96, one of the first things we could say about that era is we worked in the VBCC, did we not?
We did.
We did, absolutely.
We did.
And you know, one of the things I've learned, I mean, you and I really didn't bond, connect, or whatever until I went to BTL, because I was at HSR for 5 years and
Right.
went over to BTL.
Yep.
And I think the first time we actually worked together was April of 2001, and that was on Annie, Get Your Gun.
Okay.
Yes, that sounds about
Yeah.
right. But one of the things about the VBC that I have always heard and been really impressed by, the Von Braun Center in Huntsville, Alabama is one of the busiest civic centers in the entire country. Is that correct?
Yeah, it is very busy, and the fact is, they don't build complexes like they built back in 1975 when the building was built. So when the building was built, it was an arena, a performing arts center, a small theater, and some meeting space, which was the East Hall at the time. And then as we progressed in 1988 or 89, the North Hall, now Saturn Ballroom, was built because we needed more space for local banquets and social functions and things. And then in 1997, as you know, the South Hall was built for expanding the convention. So there are not many buildings in this country that have that many venues under one roof. And then I'll say this, and then in 2020, we built Mars Music Hall and Rhythm on Monroe.
Right.
So it's continued to grow.
Wasn't the South Hall built for a bowling tournament?
It wasn't built for that, but that was the very first event. It was a World Bowling Congress, and because we had just opened the building and had no other competing bookings within that facility, they did do this bowling tournament that lasted almost 6 months. So that was the very first. Actually built the bowling lanes, put them in there, and I think later moved them to a bowling alley in Madison, or opened up a bowling alley then. But that was the very first event that was in South Hall.
I know that there are a ton of different types of things that come into the VBC. I mean, you've got sports, you've got arts, you have conferences, you have entertainment. Working in this industry and all these varied types of industries with their own jargon, I mean, do you have to kind of be a jack of all trades and understanding how each one of these industries works and working in the building?
Yes, because a lot of people, like I said, most people would work in an arena itself or in a performing arts center.
Right.
And so being in the performing arts, then you would have to know Broadway, you would have to know symphony or ballet, concerts, comedy shows, those type of things. People working in an arena may need to know a lot about sporting events, basketball, hockey, those type things, concerts, family shows, putting ice in and out, dirt in and out for a monster jam, for example. And then people working in the convention industry have to know the convention business. But a lot of people just work in those individual pods and don't work in all of them together.
But you were kind of thrown into everything, weren't you?
Yeah, all of it at once, right? And I knew nothing about this business before I came in. I'd worked in the restaurant business just through college for 6 or 7 years. So I knew the hospitality side of the industry, so I had a feel for that and knew how to deal with customers in that. And then I had my accounting and financial background side. So it was a good mix to start out. Because I had that hospitality industry background, it helped me adjust to what I was about to get into.
Well, I know I have been there many of the years that you were, and I have seen a lot of the different things that have come and gone through the building. And so I've got this series of questions that since you don't work at the VBC anymore, I can ask you these things now. But they're not hard things, and I think they're kind of fun.
Okay.
What do you think was, over all the 34 years, the most unique event that you were ever a part of?
Wow. That's a hard one. I'll tell you a component of one of the events that was in there that I was in charge of. We had a circus called the Hannaford Circus, and it was a small circus. It would come in every couple of years. Ringling Brothers still brought theirs in, but they came to me. Tommy Hannaford, the owner of the circus, came to me and said, "We've got a guy who does a high wire act, and we want you to find a place for him to do a high wire act somewhere in Huntsville outside the building. And we want to do a parade of elephants underneath that high wire act while he's crossing." So I went to the folks who, the Regions Bank building, which used to be AmSouth Bank building,
Right.
and Russell Erskine Hotel. I went to both of those folks and talked them into letting us put a high wire between those two buildings.
Okay.
And I forgot the high wire axe guy's name, but with no safety harness or anything, the guy goes across the intersection of, I guess that's Spraggins and Clinton.
And Clinton, yeah.
And sure enough, the elephants in a big parade goes under, and the guy goes across the whole thing. So
Do you remember what year that was?
Gosh, it was in probably 96 or 97, maybe even before that, maybe 95.
Well, that's one thing.
That was a unique thing that I had actually forgotten about, and I was going through some papers the other day, and I found photos of that, and that was kind of interesting.
I'm coming up on 30 years, and one of the things I've always thought in working and living and whatever in the building is when you come to work each day, you never know what you're going to be doing, first off, and you never know what you're going to be seeing.
That's for
exactly
sure.
either.
Well, many days I pull up into to the building, or when I was there, I pulled up to the building, and I would go, what are all these people doing here? I don't even know what the event is. I have to go in our booking software and say, oh, that's what's going on today.
So we talked about, maybe one of the unique events. What's one of the biggest events that you ever did?
I would say being a participant in one of the founding folks who did Big Spring Jam, the music festival that we did for 17 years.
Right.
We came up with the idea in, let's say, May of 1993, and we were going to do it 3-4 months later in September of 1993.
Wow.
So
Wow.
5 stages, 100 and something artists, got everything booked, did the whole planning, worked it out with the city, got that all done. And I remember the Friday night, we'd got it all set up. The Friday night before the doors opened, we're standing outside just going, I don't know if anybody's going to show up or not. We have no idea. We've never done anything like this before.
Okay.
And it was like ants following each other. It just filled up and filled up and for 15 of those 17 years, it was very financially successful and did a great job. And people ask even now, why don't you bring that back? And the talent, the artist fees got so expensive. And back then we were charging $35 or $45 for a whole full weekend pass,
Right.
3 full days of entertainment, and it's not financially feasible to do that. So that's why a lot of those city type festivals just don't happen anymore.
I got it. So reflecting back over 4 years, how about your favorite event?
I would say Elton John. The first time we did Elton John,
Okay.
because that was something that, that was one of my favorites. Just as a fan, had been growing up, and I never thought that he would play our buildings. I thought he was just
completely
way too
agree
big.
on that. Yeah,
And
exactly.
so, and that was kind of back in the day before mobile ticketing and all that. So people just lined up in the East Hall, hours and hours before, and just sold the show out just like that.
So the was it the first or the second one where he had his piano, just him and the piano or something? Because one of those shows I remember sitting second row.
The second show he did in the round.
Okay.
And so
That's probably
there was
it.
no backdrop, and so we did sell it all the way around. But that was a fantastic show.
All right, here's a hard one. And you don't have to give away any names if you don't want to, but
Okay.
the most difficult event or challenging.
Well, I'll have to say
You're trying to
this
be
is
peaceful.
no.
Okay.
This is recent. I mean, and you guys will appreciate this too. But I'll say the whole Broadway season last year was difficult. Not because of anything that you did.
Did you just call me a pain in the butt, Mike?
I did. Not because of that, but because of something that we were doing.
Yeah.
And as you know, and you had to, we dealt with this together all last year. Is renovating the whole back of house for the concert hall. I mean, we've expanded it 3 times probably from the size it was, and trying to get all those large shows in there during that construction when a lot of the loading areas were down, or we had 1 or 2 loading docks, and there was dust everywhere, and we could see what it was going to become, but it wasn't there yet, and so that was difficult. Tell me your take on that, and I'm going to ask questions too.
I mean,
can I?
stressed out beyond belief, and all you can do, it's just like the one time we had to go back there with the one show, and we lined everybody up, and here's the company manager, and basically we just said, okay, what do you need? Here's the team, let's fix it, I think that rather than simply stewing and just worrying about things, it's like bring everybody together, let's make this happen, and let's fix it, which has always had to be the kind of the mantra that everybody in that building has had to use. It's like the show must go on, we got to put it on the stage, let's fix it.
Yeah, I mean, we closed. I mean, you recall, I forgot what show it was, but we closed the concession stand so that the company manager could have an office literally with pipe and drape right outside the concession stand. So, but everything did. I mean, we work so well together. Our staff is just fantastic. I mean, they've just they're going to make the show happen no matter what happens.
All right, well, I'm being told to wrap up. But we probably could go on for an hour, but I do have a few things I do want to ask you. What will you miss most?
I will miss the people. I mean, I have become such great friends with all the staff at the VBC, with you and your staff, the symphony staff. I'd be remiss to not mention the Huntsville Havoc. Keith Jeffries and his staff are just fantastic. We've been partners with them for well over 20 years, have been partners with BTL since I started there, and that's what I'll miss. But the good thing is I only live about 5 blocks away, and I will be down there a lot. So I'm not sailing. I'm sailing off into the Caribbean for a bit, but I'm coming back, and I'll be down the street. So.
Are you going to be a promoter or a consultant?
No. No.
So, okay, do tell us more. Tell us more. You and Andrew are going on a trip for several weeks. Where are you going? What you doing?
Well, right now I'm in, let's see, what's the date? It's the 11th?
It starts on November 10th.
November 10th. I am in Virgin Gorda,
Okay.
BVI right now. And
There you go.
I'm going to be here for the week, and then next week I'm going to St. John, which I know is your favorite place.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Well, it's been an incredible 34 years. Yes. You've been an amazing partner. You always looked out for us. You covered our behinds. Just made sure that we were able to pick up and carry on and do another season, which I remember distinctly with Louise Rogers.
Yes.
In the 90s, that was not a good time for BTL.
Right.
And I remember the day that I started and I met everybody. Basically, it was like, okay, we're here at ground zero. Let's build it.
Yep.
So,
and we did.
thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much. All right, we'll be back in a little bit here. We're on the next segment of Show and Tell with BTL. We'll be right back.
We're here to tell you a fable.
A farm to fable.
That fable is Shucked, the musical. It's all about a boy, a girl, and corn. Yes, corn. There's some right now. And this girl, she goes to, oh, there's some more corn. She goes to Tampa to, more corn right there. And there, and there. She goes, for some reason, wow, look at that corn go. Playing the Braun Center, December 16th through 21st. Tickets at BroadwayTheaterLeague.org.
Looking for high energy, fast-paced, non-stop fun? Come experience Havoc Hockey live. Get your tickets now at HavocTix.com.
Have you listened to Mix 96.9?
The 80s, 90s, and more.
With the best variety.
Mix 96.9.
Fun and upbeat.
Mix 96.9.
The best variety of 80s, 90s, and more.
Mix 96.9.
Buying or selling your home? Why not trust a legend? Huntsville native Karen Farrell can make the process fun, exciting, and easy. Enjoy the biggest investment of your life. Call a legend, Karen Farrell of Legend Realty, 468-4626, or find her on Facebook.
The Deep Comics and Games has the largest selection of comics, board games, toys, and collectibles in North Alabama, with thousands of comics arriving weekly. Choose from the classics by DC and Marvel to the newest generation of heroes, offering comics in every genre. The Deep has a comic for everyone. Selling your collection, The Deep is always buying and will give you the most cash for your stash. The Deep Comics and Games, 2310 South Memorial Parkway, just south of Office Depot.
Sure, you've got corn at home, but can it do this? Shucked, the musical. It's hilariously corny. Playing the Braun Center, December 16th through 21st. Tickets at BroadwayTheaterLeague.org.
Welcome back to Show and Tell with BTL. Wow.
Wow.
Amazing time, history, 34 years. Mr. Vojticek, Assistant Director of the Braun Center. Farewell. Of course, when this airs, he's going to be in Virgin Gorda, St. John. I mean, who knows where.
Some paradise.
Paradise. He's going to be in Paradise.
Yes.
I texted him. I texted him and I said, you have to make sure on St. John that you go to Morgan's Mango.
Okay.
Yes, because on 2 nights of the week they bring in fresh lobsters, and other nights they all bring in fresh fish all the time. It's one of the best meals I've ever had in my entire life.
Oh, cool. See?
But I'll tell you, he's got some big shoes that They're gonna have to fill. I mean,
I know. It's depressing.
It is. Okay.
No. But I wanted to say, because I was back here listening.
Yeah.
And, you know, this is my 3rd season with BTL. So I haven't known Mike as long as you, obviously. But I learned a lot, you know. And, yeah, he's just the best. I'm going to miss that guy.
I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of jokes at his expense, at his roasting.
Oh, sure.
I mean, we'll see where he wakes up the next day and what happens there. I don't know. Have a good time, Mike, in the Islands. We'll see you soon, okay? But what's up next for Broadway Theater League?
Oh my gosh, we have Huntsville favorite Richard Thomas is back.
Okay,
he
awesome.
is doing Mark Twain Tonight.
Yes.
It's a one-man show that Hal Holbrook wrote and performed for 60
years.
Yes. And yeah, this is the first time anybody else has performed it. And we're so excited because we love Richard Thomas.
We do, absolutely. And so he had to get special permission from, I think, Hal Holbrook's estate, didn't he?
Right, absolutely.
And from Mark Twain's estate as well, because they took a lot of great publicity photos of him there, actually at Mark Twain's home, didn't they?
Mm-hmm, they did.
And that's in Connecticut or something,
Oh,
Rhode
gosh.
Island, or I'm not sure, wherever. Oh, here's what you need. Come see the show. You can find all about Mark Twain and his great humor and his great stories.
Definitely December 5th and 6th. There's 2
Yes.
performances.
Okay.
Friday night at 7:30 and Saturday at 1
p.m. That's
1
absolutely
p.m.
right.
Okay.
So yeah, check it out. You definitely want to be there
Yes.
if you love comedy, if you love satire. And this is just, it's almost like a real special, intimate little evening just with Richard Thomas.
Yes, and the thing about Richard, like we're best friends.
Oh, best, yeah.
Is that he's like
We're going to dinner, right?
That's
And
true.
yeah.
Always parties. Yes. That he's killing it right now because he was on Broadway in our town last season, I believe.
Right.
And then now he's touring with this one-man show, Mark Twain Tonight.
Right.
And then next year he's back on Broadway again in another play.
Oh, really?
I can't remember the name of it, but I mean, talk about a renaissance of Richard Thomas.
Well,
So-
and I know he's done several TV shows. Did you say he was on TV show?
Stephen King's It.
Yes, okay,
The
okay,
1990. I see Dean over there going, oh
yes,
1990 miniseries.
And was he on the TV series Ozark as well?
Ozark. He's so good on Netflix. Ozark. He plays Laura Linney's father, who's like a drug addict, but also a preacher. Very complicated, layered man, but he's good on everything.
Absolutely. So lots of great things to see and visit. You do not want to miss Mr. Richard Thomas and Mark Twain Tonight, December 5 and 6. And of course, this time of the year, it's all about give the gift of Broadway.
Yes.
You know, pick out your favorite tickets to the favorite shows to everybody on your list and slide them into the stockings.
It's the best gift ever,
Absolutely.
in my opinion.
Experiences over things that fade and go away.
Yes.
And memories last forever.
Forever. Memorex.
Are we live or are we Memorex?
I don't know. I'm having deja vu all of a sudden.
All right. Well,
like we've
thank
done
you all
this.
so very much for joining us this morning. We'll see everybody again real soon, and visit BroadwayTheaterLeague.org.